Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, day 14 of my WarbossTae Painting challenge, trying to paint this Dark Eldar army. I've now gone in and highlighted the skin on the witches and the hellions. This was my planned day task. I'm very happy to have achieved it. I've got one more day left and I've got to highlight the skin on the other 3 boards, but to be fair, there's not too much there. There's only about probably 10 warriors, which is only the faces, not so much the arms and stuff. And then there's one guy sitting in a raider, and then there's the 9 scourges, which basically just have their feet. So I reckon I'll achieve tomorrow's task. But first of all, let's have a look at today's work, and I have to say I'm really happy with it. So let's just zoom in. Now, basically I went back in over the wash of purple with the base colour which I used, which was Celestra Grey. So basically they've just had a base, a wash and then a highlight, and I'm really happy. Let's see if I can get this to actually focus. Right, there we go. So that is how one of the hellions are looking. What I'm going to do is just bring a few witches in a bit closer for you. That is a witch with all of her skin, quite a lot of skin on these witches, which is why I knew that this one board would take me like one big painting session. But I'm really happy with them, to be fair. I think they've come out pretty awesome, considering it's a pretty basic scheme really. So yeah, when I went in with the coat that I've just done, I basically put the paint on like the larger areas, and then I sort of feathered it in to the edges, just so they got thinner towards the edges, just so that you could still see like the purple outlines. Let's just bring this hellion in as well. So it's like a dry blend or a feather or whatever it's called. I don't know what the technique's called, but that's how I did it. Now, potentially, at some point, either at the end of this challenge or maybe even in the future, I might go in and do one more highlight. Just add some white to that Celestra Grey and just do like a little extreme highlight. If that doesn't happen, I'm still very happy with the results. I think they look pretty cool. So yeah, that is what I've been up to. But not only have I been painting all of those girls and boys, I've been working on the stuff that I got from Clayton, which I do also want to paint up as part of the challenge. So first of all, I've stripped, I took it off of the warrior first, and then I stripped this splinter cannon. I've also took this front piece off because that's how I have them on my scourges. And these are actually going to stand in as haywire guns, but you know. So I stripped that down, so that's ready to be painted, and then once it's painted I glue that onto the hellion. So it's the scourge. And then I've been working on the disintegrator cannons. So I had to strip a couple of them, and I've also magnetised them now. So I've drilled a hole in the bottom there and glued in the magnet with some green stuff, and that will go in front of the raider. So I've got 1, 2 and 3, and these all had like a section coming down here, which I just took off just to keep them lighter, and they're magnetising on quite nicely. And then I had this gun which had this like section on the bottom. It's supposed to go there, I think, but someone's put it on the bottom. It was ideal for the newer raider. So what I did is I drilled first of all I drilled a hole out at the bottom here and I put a magnet in, but although it did magnetise, it wasn't particularly strong, so I ended up putting a bigger, stronger magnet on the bottom there, and that just sits on the top of that newer raider design. So I've been working on those guns as well. So what I'm going to do with those is I'm going to prime them up and get those painted along with that, what's it called? I think is it the Rakarth Homunculus? Something like that. The other special character that Clayton also gave me. The green stuff's all dried, where I had to do the finger and stuff. So that's all ready to be primed as well. So I'm going to prime those up, try and bring them up to the same progress as these, so the end of week 2, hopefully they'll be basically sitting in the army at the same level. So I've got quite a lot of work to do tomorrow on the last day of week 2. Really looking forward to it, to be fair, because I have enjoyed painting this skin. So yeah, really happy how they're looking. Lots more to come, and of course once tomorrow is up and hopefully I would have achieved what I need to do, we're going to move into week 3. So yeah, lots more to come. Right, let's have a look at today's question. Day 14. There are some very weird and wacky names for epic weapons and armour in various video games and fictional settings. Terminus, Pillar of Autumn, the Black Pearl, etc. If your paintbrush had an epic name, what would it be? Challenge veterans who've answered this question already. Choose another of your hobby tools to give a suitable title of honour. I am a veteran, but I do not remember answering this question, so this may have been before my time because I hadn't been doing the challenge right from the beginning. So I'm going to answer it. So my paintbrush, I think, would be called, let's think about it, either the Motivator, or, no, here we go. My brush will be called the Brush of Honour. Yes. Yeah, Brush of Honour. There you go. Right, okay, so that is it for this video. Thanks for watching as always, and don't forget to check out tomorrow's video where hopefully, fingers crossed, I will have week 2 challenge finished and we'll be ready to talk about week 3. Thanks for watching.